She just attacked our parliament. She just attacked our MPs for doing what they are elected to do, which is to vote according to their principles and conscience. Most of them don't, of course, but some of them do. Some of them have taken their principles and conscience in recent months to such an extremity that they've walked out of their own parties. But she just stood there and said in Parliament that the British public deserves more from the elected, sovereign Parliament. And I say this very, very, very cautiously and very reluctantly, but those are the words of a fascist. I'm sure, on reflection, she'll regret them. But you do not, as the head of the executive, attack the legislative. You can't. That makes a mockery of separation of powers. It's Trumpian in its ignorant arrogance. And she's not ignorant and arrogant, or at least nowhere near on the scale that Trump is. She just maligned Parliament while describing a vote as undemocratic. And she's the Prime Minister. She's not some blowhard backbencher trying to get a gig off a think tank or trying to get some dodgy investment that allows him to fly around the world without declaring where the money's come from. She's the Prime Minister. Primus inter pares. If you're a Jacob Rees-Mogg fan and you still think having a few phrases of Latin in your locker is evidence of intelligence or integrity, there you go. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. She's primus inter pares. And she just stood there and maligned her pares. That's actually frightening. And it suggests that she has, as we always feared she might, put the priorities of her own party's lunatic fringe ahead of the welfare of the country. Because if you really, really had to do this thing, this stupid, damaging, dangerous thing, if you really felt you had to do it, you should tell the people the truth. I am your Prime Minister. We will be worse off. I appreciate many of you think it will be worth it, but do not kid yourselves. If you think that the possibility of Polish people being less drawn to our major employment areas is a positive so huge that it will make up for the fact that your children will struggle to find work, then crack on, then do it. If you think that any country on the planet is going to be more attracted to a customer base of 50 million people than it is to a customer base of 500 million people, then you crack on. You fill your boots. If you think that people like Jacob Rees-Mogg and Boris Johnson and Michael Gove and Andrea Leadsom, if you think they are the friends of the ordinary working people of Britain, then you crack on. You do it. I have done my best as your Prime Minister to put together a deal that minimises the damage that we are doing to ourselves. And I can't do any more. But she's not done that. She's tried to sell her deal by using the elements of it that most closely resemble the retention of membership. She's sought to tell Parliament to vote for her deal because it's got bits in it that are as good as membership, but she still can't bring herself to say there is no deal that's better than membership. There never was a deal that's better than membership. There never will be a deal that's better than membership. If you're cool with that, then crack on. But that's the truth. And when a Prime Minister stops telling the truth to the country, when a Prime Minister stops telling the truth to our Parliament, that Prime Minister is no longer telling the truth to herself. That's why I'm frightened now.